How we doing today?
Good, how are you? What can I do for you?
Well, I think they called 911 on me.
Okay, well, who are you? Why don't you tell me that?
Who am I? I'm a good citizen.
Okay.
I don't want to impede
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you? Who do you work for? What are you doing up here recording?
Well, it's my right as an American, as a free American. Am I breaking the law?
Sir, I'm asking you, have they asked you to leave from inside?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
They don't have any reason to ask me to leave.
Okay. Well, they can. They don't have to
You
have a
think
reason.
so?
They don't have to have a reason.
You think so?
Sir,
this is
give me a space.
This is federal property.
Give me a space.
Sure, yeah, 6 feet.
Yeah.
The rules are right there.
I want 18.
You want 18? All right, I'll give you 18.
Over here. Sir, outside. Outside.
I am following all the rules. I'm not breaking any law. Deputy, am I being detained?
Sir, I've asked you to step outside.
You're being a
I've asked
little...
you to step outside.
I think you can be a little nicer.
Sir, I've asked you to step outside nicely. You're being detained.
I'm being
Step
detained.
outside.
Very good. So I'm being detained. All right, she's calling for backup. I am being detained by this fine deputy.
Sir, do you have your ID on you?
For what?
Do you have your ID on you?
For what?
Okay. All right.
Am I committing a crime?
No, sir, but you are being placed on trespass. So
Oh,
you
really?
Get off of their property.
They haven't told me to leave.
Sir, they don't have to have a reason. It is their right. You're in my car, you're in my personal space. When I walk up and make contact with you, I'm asking you to back up. Back up.
This is United States postal property, federal property,
Yes,
public
sir, but
property.
anybody can ask you to leave the premises. They
That-
don't want you here. You're not.
You think so? You obviously don't know the law. I think you better call your supervisor. Can we get your supervisor out here? I'm asking for your...
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to watch a routine recording turn into a tense confrontation almost instantly. The officer questions why the cameraman is filming, asks him to step outside, and then declares that he is being detained. Instead of backing down, the cameraman calmly asks what law he has violated and requests a supervisor. This opening establishes the central conflict: filming, authority, and the legal basis for detention. The stakes are clear from the start.
Over there on the sidewalk.
I'm asking you for your
I'm
supervisor.
asking for you to get over there on the sidewalk. Thank you.
Is your supervisor available?
Do I have a supervisor that's available that can head to 8505 to Knox Road, please?
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Sir, you don't have to commit a crime to be placed on no trespass. Just by you in here reporting people, they don't have to have a reason not to want you on property. That's just like if you were to call us to your property and you had someone that was
That's private property.
bothering you.
That's different.
And no, sir, it is no different.
This is not private property.
Sir.
This is not private property.
It doesn't matter. If
It
they
does
ask-
matter. South
I'm
Carolina
not gonna
Supreme
argue
Court
with you. You're being
says it
placed
matters.
on trespass notice, okay?
We'll see when your
Trespass
supervisor gets
notice.
here.
We will.
We'll see about that when your supervisor gets here. I expected better out of Richland County deputies. There's probably a reason why you don't have any stripes on your arms.
You have your first and last name?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, cool.
I am not committing a
You're
crime.
being placed on no trespass notice, sir. You don't have to commit a crime to be placed on no trespass.
Am I free to go?
No, you're not.
Then that's not how trespass
You're not.
works. That's not how
You're
trespass works.
You're detained. You're placed on no trespass notice.
How can I be on trespass if you're not giving me an opportunity to leave?
Sir, they've asked for you to be placed on it, and I'm placing you.
All right, guys. The pressure rises as the cameraman keeps asking for a supervisor while the deputy insists that trespass rules apply. The key issue is whether simply recording inside a public federal facility gives officers a reason to remove or detain someone. The cameraman challenges that claim directly, asking what crime he is suspected of committing. Even after backup arrives, the deputy maintains his position, setting up an important clash over public property and authority.
Hot. Because the elders don't know the law here. Hey, sir, you are supervisor?
I am a supervisor.
All right, how you doing?
All right, yourself.
Oh, you got a stripe? How you doing, Hardy?
Yes, sir. I'm Corporal Hardy. How can I help you?
Corporal Hardy, nice to see you. I came in here to take some photographs for news purposes.
Yes, sir.
And nobody asked me to leave.
Okay.
This deputy doesn't know the law, and I'm hoping you do. This is owned by the federal government. This is federal property. United States Post Office. This is a public area. Inside is a public lobby. Okay, so the branch manager stepped out, and she thought there was a sign on the door that said no photographing.
Okay.
And I stepped out and looked at all the signs. There are no signs saying no photographing. There is a poster 7 in here that gives the rules and regulations about photography and the conduct on post.
Now the situation takes a noticeable turn when Corporal Hardy arrives as the supervisor. The cameraman immediately explains that he entered to take photographs for news purposes and points out that the post office is federal property. More importantly, he says the posted rules allow photography in public areas. Hardy listens instead of immediately escalating, creating a sharp contrast with the earlier confrontation. This is the first moment where the dispute shifts from raw authority to the actual rules.
Right to the First Amendment, and the branch manager doesn't know her own rules and regulations, and she doesn't know the law.
Okay, so did they actually leave, sir?
No, they didn't.
They never actually leave?
No, and
so
they don't have
that deputy in there right now. They want you to leave. Are you going to leave, sir?
Okay, well, let me follow up.
No, you got, or you were done or you weren't done?
No, I wasn't done. Okay. They have no reason to ask me to leave because I'm not breaking any of their rules or regulations.
Okay, but they do have the right to refuse your service, sir. So basically, well, I'm asking before we go in there. If they go in there asking them, they want you to leave, will you be willing to leave? If they,
Okay.
1 minute, if they say that she go in there and say they verify they want you to leave at this point, will you leave location? Sir?
Absolutely. If you tell me to leave, I will leave because I respect you. I respect the deputy.
They don't want you back here.
Okay.
I've already went inside and made contact.
But just double check. Double check. Do you have any idea, sir? They do want you on trespass for location.
Well, that's unlawful.
No, so basically what you did, so basically they wanting you to leave. I'm gonna go verify.
Okay.
We want you to leave, and you're going back and forth, and that caused disturbance. So that's breach of peace, sir.
No,
that's
sir.
against the law.
That cause no.
Well, basically,
I've got it recorded.
Okay,
right
that's
here.
what I'm going to verify. But if that's the case, you did basically stir the peace. That's breach of peace. That is a crime, sir.
Okay.
And I do need your ID for it.
Okay, now I understand.
This is where the encounter becomes much more serious. The supervisor says he will verify whether the staff wants the cameraman removed, but then the allegation shifts toward a possible breach of peace. The officer argues that complaints from people inside are enough to investigate and demands identification. The cameraman repeatedly denies creating any disturbance and asks whether this is a stop and identify situation. The tension now centers on whether an accusation alone can justify detention and an ID demand.
I don't have to prove anything because I'm not.
Well, basically, I have your work at the word, and they're saying you're causing disturbance, and I'm assuming it's multiple in there because you said the branch matter came out, so it's multiple witnesses in there saying you were causing disturbance. So I said that's consistent with breach of peace, sir, and I'm asking for your ID because that is a crime in South Carolina.
Okay, but I did not commit a crime.
I'm telling you did. I'm telling you, you started the peace, sir. You started a data operation of business. That is a crime in South Carolina. That's called breach of peace. I need your ID.
Lying to 911 is also against the law.
Yes, it is, sir. But I had to verify that from you saying you have video, so I'm asking to verify your part. You saying that they're lying about what they call disturbance. So are you able to give me your ID so I can do what I have to do?
Is this a stop and ID state?
Huh? This is a stop and ID state. Sir, I'm saying you're basically committing a crime, breach of peace, third peace. I'm telling you, that's where they're saying you're disturbing peace.
Well, they can say whatever they want, but I'm not committing a crime.
I'm investigating that. I'm detaining you for basically investigating that. So basically, I had to write that for your ID, and I'm asking for your ID for a breach of peace, sir. So I need your ID.
Okay, well, I did not commit a crime.
I'm telling you, you did. So basically,
how do you know you weren't even here?
Disturbing peace. We have multiple witnesses, sir. So basically, the branch matter,
Where's the witnesses?
That is right there, sir. They're verifying with that. You are disturbing peace, sir.
She doesn't know her rules and regulations, and I'll be glad to show you that.
I'm telling you, sir. I need your ID.
Okay, I did not commit a breach of peace.
Well, okay, sir. But that's you. We argue that in court if it goes that far. But at this point, I'm saying basically you're informed you are committing a crime for a breach of peace. You are disturbing the peace from what we got the call about, sir. We received a call now. We received a call for it. So you are disturbing the peace, sir. So basically, I'm asking your ID for violating that law.
Well,
so I need your ID.
Under threat of arrest, I will. But I'm not committing a crime.
Well, I explained my part too, sir. I explained why I'm asking for your ID. I explained what crime I'm committing. You believe you broke. It was breach of peace. I need your ID.
I did not commit a crime.
Well, like I said, I explained what the crime is, sir. That I'm expecting you are doing. I said it's breach of peace. I need your ID.
I don't have my ID.
The confrontation reaches another critical point as the deputy repeatedly insists that the cameraman must identify himself because officers suspect a breach of peace. The cameraman stays focused on one question. What specific law requires him to provide identification? Even when the officer threatens arrest, he continues challenging the basis for the detention. Eventually, under the threat of jail, he agrees to provide his name while still maintaining that no crime occurred. The power struggle is now exposed.
Detention in South Carolina does not require an ID.
Yes, sir. I'm committed to suspecting you of a crime. Yes, it does, sir. I have the right to identify who you are. Yes,
so you think this is a stop and ID state?
Sir,
Are
you refusing to identify who you are? Are you refusing to identify who you are?
No,
sir?
I'm not.
Okay,
I don't have anything to hide. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. I don't break the law.
If you're not refusing, sir, I need your ID.
Can we get your supervisor out here?
No.
Can we get a sergeant, please?
No, you're gonna deal with me.
6 feet, sir.
Sir.
6 feet.
Now 6 feet, sir. We were standing to this the whole time we were talking. Now it's 6 feet, sir.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
What's your name, sir? What's your last name? Last name, sir?
Is this a stop and ID state?
Sir, are you refusing to identify who you are?
This is not a stop and ID. This is not.
Identify who you are, sir?
Under threat of arrest, I will.
I'm saying, what's your last name, sir?
Are you going to arrest me if I don't show ID?
Sir, like I told you, you're breaching peace right now, sir. You're disturbing the peace. You receive a call about you. We had a complaint from the man inside. You are disturbing the peace. You're starting to really disturbing the peace. Yes, sir, you are.
I am not.
So if you don't refuse to identify who you are, yes, you probably will go to jail. I will give you for breach of peace, sir. So what you going to do? If
you're threatening to take me to jail, I'll give you my name.
What's your ID, sir? What's your name? How did you get here, sir? How did you get here? Did you drive here?
Is that important?
Yeah, it is very important. Did you drive here, sir? Did you not?
I don't want to answer that question. But I will ID to you.
Yeah, you're being, sir. You're doing a whole lot of stuff for no reason at all. You denied the thing. You did drive here, and basically, in South Carolina, you need ID to operate a vehicle in South Carolina.
Am I operating a vehicle?
Sir, that's why you didn't want to ask questions, because you drove here.
Sir, I need a sergeant.
You drove here.
I need a sergeant here. I'm asking for your supervisor.
Sir,
can I get a sergeant here?
That's still not gonna stop. Are you refusing to give who you are, sir?
I'm not refusing anything.
Yes, you are, sir. I asked you multiple times. You can rewind your camera back. I asked you multiple times. Okay, you're refusing to identify yourself.
Being detained does not require me to show an ID.
Yes, sir, it does. Yes, sir. You're investigating of a crime. Yes, sir, it does require. You don't.
The questioning continues, but the deputy now probes how the cameraman arrived and whether he drove to the post office. The cameraman refuses to answer the extra questions while agreeing to identify himself, then again requests a sergeant. As the argument over identification and detention continues, a captain finally enters the scene. That arrival matters because the case is moving to a higher level of authority, and the cameraman immediately recognizes the captain and prepares to explain his side directly.
Refuse service. Okay, so I'll take it up with their higher
ups. So officer, I'm asking you want your trespass. They can put your trespass. This also is a business. They can refuse. They can put your trespass.
This is not a business. This is government.
So, sir, it's not a business operation. Do you not transaction money? Is it not considered still business, sir?
They're owned by the federal government. They're not Walmart. Okay. So this is not private property.
They still place people on trespass.
This is not private property. I'm gonna get out of the sun here. Okay.
No, I need your ID, sir.
Is this a sergeant?
No, this is my captain.
Oh, hey. How you doing, Captain?
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Shake your hand.
Yeah.
How are you?
Captain, I just want to say that you're one of the best captains I've ran into.
That's okay. That's okay. Appreciate it. So what's going on?
Okay.
So basically, they want more trespassing. I told him basically got called. I told him he's 30 people. I'm asking for his identification. I told him he's detained. He refused to identify who he is to get his identification, so they need to pay for trespass.
Captain, I'm not breaking any law. I came in here. I didn't disturb anybody. I came in here and I was recording the greeting cards, and I wasn't even aiming it at the employees or the customers at that time. And the branch manager came out and said, wanted to know who I was. She wouldn't identify herself. She wanted to know who I was with. I said I'm with myself, and she she thought that the rules were on her door that said no photography. And I went and I looked and I said, man, there's no rules. There's a poster 7 in here that allows photographs.
Now comes one of the most important explanations in the entire encounter. Speaking to the captain, the cameraman calmly lays out his version. He was recording in public areas, following postal regulations, and says the rules permit news photography. He also explains that he did not interfere with customers or restricted areas. The captain listens as the earlier allegations are put into context, turning the confrontation into a detailed discussion of filming rights, postal rules, trespass, and the alleged disturbance.
Like they should know. So I'm here to kind of educate them that what I'm doing is lawful. I'm not creating any disturbance. Holding a camera does not create a disturbance. I understand you got called here.
So that's not creating disturbance, sir?
He rolled up code 3 because elders. Captain, am I being detained, Captain?
Nope. I just want to talk.
Elders has got me detained.
You are detained.
I told you in front of you.
Right now, you and I are talking.
Okay.
Good. All right. So, all right. How much longer do you plan on?
Well, they're closing up at 5 o'clock, you know. And I really expected, I went downtown to the post office, walked all through there, 3 cameras rolling, nobody said a word. I didn't create any disturbance. The postal inspector was there.
Yeah.
He saw what I was.
Did you talk to the postal?
Not that day, but I had previous phone conversations with him, and he kind of told me what's allowed and what they don't like.
Right.
You know, they don't like being filmed over the counter lines.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell him that you can't trespass your eyes, you know, what you can see from public spaces. But I'm not here to get anybody's information. I'm not here to create a disturbance. I'm here to make sure these employees know their rules and the Richland County deputies know the law, and these two don't know the law. They think this is a stop and ID state. Elders thinks you can trespass people from public property, and the trespassing statute that has been affirmed by the South Carolina Supreme Court says the trespassing statute is only for private property. This is not their living room. They don't own this building.
I understand. I know where you're coming from. I understand that part.
So they're trying to issue me a trespass. He's trying to arrest me for disorderly conduct. Breach of peace. And I'm not breaching any peace. I didn't even have a conversation with any customers. So there's no customer in here.
You haven't intercepted the flow of business.
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, they're not even that busy. They never asked me to leave either.
Okay.
They always started that when the elders walked in there.
It's closed, so they're asking you to leave the premises now that it's closed.
I'll accept that. But if you're going to try to issue me a trespass, that's going to be a violation of my civil rights.
But sir, if you have a good lawyer, sir, you can sue, sir. If that's a violation of your right, you can sue, sir.
Is that what you want me to do?
All right. So this is what we're going to do.
Okay. I just want to tell me.
I get you know.
All right, guys, we have reached the closing stretch, and the tone is finally changing. The cameraman explains that the post office is not private property and argues that the earlier trespass and breach of peace claims were misplaced. The captain acknowledges his points and agrees to handle the situation. Once the facility closes, the